Today we have some exciting news to discuss regarding one of the most talked about young drivers in the sport. That's right, we're diving into the recent buzz surrounding Mick Schumacher and his potential comeback to Formula One. For those who may not be familiar, Mick Schumacher is the son of the legendary 7-time world champion Michael Schumacher. Following his father's footsteps, Mick made his Formula One debut in 2021 with the Haas team. While his first season was undoubtedly challenging, it's clear that the young German possesses immense talent and potential. Mick Schumacher has expressed his readiness to step in and replace Logan Sargent if Williams decides to withdraw the struggling American driver from the lineup. Sargent, in his debut Formula One season, found himself racing a year earlier than planned due to failed deals with Oscar Piastri and Nick de Vries, who joined other teams. Sargent's learning curve has been steep, as he is yet to score a single point this year, making him one of only 2 drivers who haven't registered any points, alongside AlphaTauri's Nick de Vries. He faced difficulties in qualifying for the Canadian Grand Prix, with only Zhou Guanyu recording a slower time. Additionally, his race was cut short due to a critical issue with the car, which was beyond his control. While the DNF did not finish, was not Sargent's fault. Another weekend without scoring points will undoubtedly increase the pressure on him. As the United States' great hope and the country's first full-time F1 driver in 15 years, expectations are high. Williams will likely want to support their driver, but if they determine that it would be beneficial for all parties to remove Sargent from the firing line, Schumacher is eager to step in as his replacement. As a reserve driver for Mercedes, and with Williams being a customer team of Mercedes, it would likely be a straightforward negotiation to get him into the cockpit if needed. Schumacher has made it clear that he would be more than willing to take on the opportunity. He stated, "I'm always ready. Believe me, I'm working very hard to hopefully be back in the car soon," expressing his determination. Speaking directly to German F1 fans, he added, "See you very soon. By next year at the latest. It should be that time again. I'm sure something will develop in the near future." While Schumacher acknowledged that he might not have to wait long, he also acknowledged the unlikelihood of mid-season replacements due to contractual obligations. However, he expressed his belief that every team would be a good option for him if the opportunity arose. Mercedes' efforts to challenge Red Bull with Mick Schumacher as their backup driver have paid off significantly. Toto Wolff, team principal of Mercedes, openly expressed his opinion that Schumacher should be given the opportunity to race in a real car instead of being confined to the simulator. Schumacher found himself without a seat after being released by Haas at the end of the 2022 season. Despite winning the Formula 2 championship in 2020 and making his debut with Haas in 2021, his time with the team was challenging. He scored only 12 points and never finished higher than 6th in 43 starts. Wolff, a strong advocate for Schumacher, believes that the young driver was mistreated and unfairly evaluated during his stint at Haas. He stated, "To be honest, I think he was burned last year. I think whoever wants him would get a good driver," indicating that teams are underestimating Schumacher's potential. But in the end, it's up to the other teams to decide for themselves which drivers they want. I can't tell the teams we have contracts with that they have to use our backup driver, but I think they're missing something. At Mercedes, where Schumacher currently serves as a backup driver, positive reviews of his performance have started to emerge. Wolff emphasized the benefits of having Schumacher contribute to the team, particularly in the simulator, with his maturity and expertise. He mentioned, "Every time we speak highly of him, somebody feels like saying something negative," implying that there are critics who downplay Schumacher's abilities. However, it had been quite some time since Mick Schumacher last had the chance to sit in a real Formula One car. That all changed shortly after the Spanish Grand Prix, when he stepped in for Lewis Hamilton during a Pirelli tyre test at the Barcelona track. During the test, Schumacher played a crucial role in assisting Pirelli in gathering important data for future tyre development. It also provided him with valuable experience behind the wheel of the Mercedes W14 car, which could prove beneficial if he needs to substitute in a race weekend this season. His performance in the test did not go unnoticed by Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff, who had only positive things to say about the 24-year-old driver. Wolff stated, Following the Grand Prix in Spain, Mick got his first opportunity to drive the W14. He quickly adapted during the Pirelli tyre test and thoroughly enjoyed the experience. Mick has already become a valuable member of the team, and his work in the simulator has been instrumental in finding additional performance, as we witnessed in Barcelona. Schumacher's contributions in the simulator have also played a role in the team's car upgrades. As a result of these improvements, Mercedes achieved their best result of the season so far in Spain, securing a double podium finish, with Max Verstappen being the only driver to outperform them by claiming the race victory. While Schumacher's assistance in data analysis has proven advantageous during the Spanish Grand Prix, Wolff made it clear that he would prefer to see Schumacher in a racing car rather than as a reserve driver. These recent comments from Wolff were made prior to the Canadian GP, highlighting his support for Schumacher's aspirations to compete on the track. Now, the big question remains, will Mick Schumacher indeed return to the Formula 1 grid? While there are contractual considerations and the final decision rests with the teams, there's no denying that Mick's skills and his connections with the Mercedes team make him a strong candidate for a race seat. That's all for today's update on Mick Schumacher's potential comeback to Formula 1. As fans, we can't help but be excited about the prospect of witnessing the young German driver continue to make his mark in the sport. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more Formula 1 updates, and let us know in the comments section below what you think about Mick's chances of returning to the grid. Until next time, keep racing.